The Detroit Lions took a monster hit yesterday. We've lost Aleem McNeil for the season. We lost Khalil Dorsey. I don't want him to get lost in this whole thing. We lost Carlton Davis. He's going to be probably out for the season. I'm guessing his jaw is going to have to be wired shut with a broken jaw so it doesn't hurt, get any more injured. And we also found out that we probably 90% sure lost David Montgomery for the year. So that means that Jahmyr Gibbs, who is already the Detroit Lions leading rusher, is going to have to step up and literally finish carrying the load. And now we have, we're going to see what Sione Vaki can do. We're going to see what Craig Reynolds can do. None of those guys have the vision that David Montgomery have. They might have a little bit of the power, but they don't have the vision that Monty has. That's for sure. And we're going to see that. Sounds like that David Montgomery needed to be protected from himself. We already know that when he gets injured, he takes it personal. So I'm going to tell the entire NFL to watch out, man. Monty is coming for throats next year. I'm going to tell you that right now. But right now, we got to finish the season. We got to finish this year. And the Detroit Lions have lost the equivalent of an entire defense of players on injured reserve. And a lot of them will not be back. They will not be back. So we're going to take a look right now at their current. This should be updated. Maybe it's not, but we can fill in the blanks if it's not. This is coming from the Detroit Lions webpage, and we're going to see who could we possibly get back. We talked about Alex Anzalone. We knew that he would be out at least 6 weeks. We're coming on about a month, I think, of him being out, so he's potentially going to return. I wish that what they did is they put this in alphabetical order, but guys that we're not going to get back, I wish they put them at the bottom. We know that Badgley and Bada is not coming back. Derek Barnes, here's a guy that we haven't heard anything about. Now, keep in mind, their clock has not started. None of these players. Lions have 3 games left. Dan Campbell spoke about Fatu Melifonwu today. That means if his clock does start this week, that puts him they have to make a decision at the end of the season, which means that the earliest we could see him would be the playoffs if he needs all 3 weeks. So we've got Derek Barnes. We don't know. First, we thought it was a season injury, so he could be back. John Kaminsky. We have not heard anything from this guy, but we kind of knew that he would be a January situation. Man, we could use John Kaminsky right now. He might be that Rocky Balboa, man, that we need. Davenport is out for the season. We knew about that. Aiden Hutchinson maybe could come back. We're not sure about that. Melifonwu, clock might open. Ennis Rakestraw, he just went on. I think he's got about 2 weeks left. Khalif Raymond, I forgot about this guy. I mean, no disrespect, but I forgot because our defense has been hit so hard. Jalen Reeves-Maben, we could get his clock opening very soon. We know Rodriguez is done for the season. Makai Wingo also on injured reserve. So who could we get back? There's not a lot of folks on here that could be coming back. Derek Barnes, potentially. We could Jalen Reeves-Maben. A couple guys could come back on defense. I'm not really worried about the offense. It's the defense. Let's just take a look at the practice squad. We got Jamal Adams. He's got 1 elevation left. I expect a move to be made this week for him to be elevated to the 53-man roster with Aleem McNeil going down. That's going to be no issue. We're going to wind up putting Aleem McNeil, Carlton Davis on IR. That's going to open up a spot for them. Bowl plan, you never know what could happen there. So the Lions are in a bit of trouble when it comes to depth. We have look at that. Chris Smith, we'll probably see him elevated as well. I forgot about Isaiah Thomas. We might see him. Isaac Ukwu. One of these guys could come to the 53 because we're going to I forgot that Khalil Dorsey was on the 53-man roster. So we're about to literally put 4 people in 1 week on season-ending IR. 4 people. Which means that the Detroit Lions are going to have to dip in the well of couch dwellers. They're going to have to find some people on the couch. They might be able to pull somebody off the practice squad. I expect those 4 people to be put on IR. We probably won't get, maybe we might get an iffy 21-day window open this week, but there are going to be some moves made. I just don't know who they're going to be. But I tell you what, Lions are up against it. They're up against it. But if anybody can do this, anybody can steal, we know that the team's not giving up. It would be great to see John Kaminsky. John Kaminsky, his 21-day window has to open like right now. Right now, I'm not even worried about the players that could come back and the number of elevations we have coming from IR. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We just lost 4. A lot of them cats ain't even coming back. So let me know your thoughts on the injured reserve list. We lost 4 people. losing 4 people yesterday. Who could you see? I'm going to keep pounding the table for Jason Pierre-Paul. We got guys that we can bring from the couch from other teams. That's as good. I mean, we're talking about we can't bring in anybody from another team. There's no trade. There's no, I mean, how many people are going to get waived? And we're at the back of the waiver priority order. So we're going to do practice squad people. And there's some other guys, some former Detroit Lions that could see the field, man. They could see the field. They haven't played all season. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think the Detroit Lions are going to do in the next week?